Welcome in, everybody. Happy Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern. TRC Uncensored. Glad everybody can make it in tonight. Definitely got some great stuff to talk about tonight. Huge, quick shout out to Manuel for helping us prep the agenda for tonight. Really appreciate that. And, 99.9% of what was going to be discussed here tonight was written up by Manuel. So, definitely excited about that. We've got some different things we're gonna do tonight, like our polls. So that'll be exciting. Real quick, before we get started with our first roundtable, I'm gonna do a bonus roundtable, and I'm
Oh,
gonna ask everybody to name one thing that has happened during their lifetime that they remember exactly where they were. It can't be 9/11. It can be anything else, but one thing that has happened during your lifetime that you remember exactly where you were. Kev?
when well, I call it, the when Austin and Kane first blood match, but I guess for Foley and throwing Undertaker off the cage. I know
Okay,
exactly what I was doing. I know exactly where I was.
very good. Calvin?
Oh shit! I'm gonna say a WWE house show because I went with my dad. Back when John Cena and Big Show was feuding, it was a cage match.
Very good. Manuel?
mine will probably be when the Uso turned on Roman on SmackDown because I was there first front row.
Okay, very
He
good.
made the famous line, "If you're out, then I'm out too."
Gotcha. Ben?
Hello.
Does it have to be a wrestling moment?
Absolutely not. It could be anything in the world.
Uh Mine. We're just talking about my granny today. At my granny's on Christmas when I was a kid. Uh, that was the year probably about '91. So it's when Mortal Kombat come out. My dad dressed up as Santa Claus, got it on VHS tape. They recorded it. A great memory in my life. So that'd be mine.
Very cool. So for me, I was just thinking about this yesterday. I can't believe it's been so long, but I remember exactly where I was when I heard this, and it actually came over a radio. Most people don't even listen to radio stations anymore because everything now is about digital music and all that. But literally on the radio in the back room of one of the stores that I was in, I heard on the radio that Michael Jackson had passed away. And
Wow.
yesterday was the 16th anniversary of that. I can't believe it's been that long, but I mean, it's one of those things where, like, literally, when I think about it, I can picture where I was standing, what was around me. I mean, it just one of those things that happens in life that you always remember where you were. So, Dr. Nick,
I was working at Menards and I was talking to a group of my coworkers, and one of them had gotten a text message from a friend of his, and like his face just turned white. And I went, "What's wrong, man?" He's like, "They found Eddie Guerrero this morning. Uh, they don't know what happened, but they found him dead in his hotel room." And I went, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, they found him dead." And like, it was one of those moments where like your stomach sinks
yep,
and you kind of want to believe that it wasn't true. Like maybe he was mistaken.
right,
And as the day went on, more and more, I got on to WrestleZone online when I got home, and more reports came through. And being such a big fan of Eddie and how he had turned his life around, he was clean, everything was, really looking up. And to, lose somebody that was such an influence on the business and, so young, just really punched me in the gut.
very good. So I like how you put it that you went home and got online to WrestleZone because now everything's literally in our pocket with the internet. But back then, most cell phones still didn't have internet capabilities. In back in 2005, if you think about it,
Yep.
You know, it wasn't until probably '06, late '06 or '07 when like the trios first started coming out, when you really started having internet access. So, I mean, very, very good story. I like that a lot. Great job. Roger.
Mine go back and really show my age. I was out at a baseball field with a girl, and the radio started playing uh, Selena's music, and I was like, I'm on a country western station on FM, not one of the Spanish stations, but I listened to both. And the guy came on after about 2 songs. The guy came on and said Selena has passed away, and I was like, "Wait, what?" Because being from Texas, she heard George Strait. Those are the big names in Texas, of course. For Selena, it was Tejano music, but she was huge. And to find out she'd basically been killed, and then go home and watching the local news stations, and they've got the I can't remember her name now, Yolanda Saldivar, I think. They had her in a car in the parking lot of the hotel with SWAT all around her, and everybody was like, "Shoot her ass, shoot her!"
Yeah.
And that's what I remember was one of the memorable things in my lifetime.
You know, that's another great thing too. You kind of hit the nail on the head, just like Nick did. You said when you went home, you watched the local news, because back then everything was still local news, except for, you know, you had an hour a night that was world news, because you didn't have 24-hour news channels like you do now. So another wonderful point. Now, just to give you a hard time personally, I really thought you were going to say you remembered where you were when Kennedy was assassinated.
Well, that one,
1963.
that one I don't remember, but I've seen the videos of it and things like that.
Yeah, me too, but I just want to give you a hard time.
Roger was the guy in the grassy knoll.
Yeah. King Phil, what you got?
So I remember being just
Well,
not scared, but I just didn't know what was going on when Y2K was coming, man. I remember that night I was like, I'm gonna huddle up with my parents, man, and just, you know, ride the night away like this, because we didn't know exactly what was going to happen. I'm sure everybody else did, but at the age I was, I didn't know what was going to happen. That's for sure.
I didn't either. I got drunk.
WWE had the Jericho countdown going on, and so I was like, well, maybe it's not that serious. If WWE's still going to be counting down, that means that something's going to be happening after. So I was kind of basing it off WWE, my survival, actually. But I just remember Y2K being a, you know, semi-scary moment for me. I was probably about 10, somewhere in there, 11.
Have you ever seen the Purge movies?
Yeah.
So as a kid going into Y2K, you kind of anticipated the Purge when Y2K hit. Even if it wasn't exactly that, it was somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some people I'd like to purge out of this world.
All right, Mr. Howarth. So I know you just joined us, but the question was, other than 9/11, can't use that one. What was a moment in time that happened that you remember exactly where you were when it happened?
Can be anything.
Could be anything in the world.
Man, that's tough. I'd probably say I would know where I was at when Bray Wyatt died. I mean,
There you
that
go.
wasn't too long ago when me and you did that video of, you know, reactions and stuff. So, I mean, it was around 3:00 in the afternoon. I was at work when I heard about it, and yeah, what a sad day.
It was terrible, wasn't it?
Hey,
Very
you know,
good.
real quick, you know what? One thing I was surprised no one mentioned that just popped in my head. Growing up, and it was all over the news. They had a trial about it. O.J. Simpson, the chase of O.J.
Shane just
Shane-
mentioned it.
I was gonna use that one too,
See?
but I didn't want to bring OJ up on the podcast. But I literally remember being in a hotel outside of Atlanta, Georgia, during the Bronco chase. Like I remember that whole thing, but
Yeah.
we'll definitely cover that. We'll definitely cover
Interesting,
that one.
interesting
Orenthal.
tidbit. I was in Oklahoma when that was going on, and that year, and in the lobby they had this gigantic big screen TV, and I'm talking like huge, not like they got now. And I'm in the lobby, and I see this white Bronco going down the road, and I had no idea what was going on. I asked my dad, I go, "What's up with that? Why is he running from the cops?" And he goes, let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Speaking
agree.
of that, let's move on.
There you go.
If they don't fit, you can't quit.
Wow.
All right, so back on to our normal topics. Kev, you want to read out the first roundtable, or Manuel? Do you want to read it out? One of you guys?
We can let Manuel do it.
Okay.
All right. So the first round table is a TRC poll.
I love it.
A couple different options. I think it's going to be some mixed reviews, but first one is TRC polls.
Okay.
Are you going to read the list?
Yeah. What you got?
Yeah.
You want
Please.
Well,
to go?
Yeah.
Manuel, why don't you just pick different questions for different people?
All right. So let's go. Phil.
Let's go.
Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior?
Come on, man. Hulkster all the way,
Woo!
brother.
All right. Kev,
Yo,
DX or the NWO?
NWO. Easy.
Ben, Brett or Sean?
This is a one that when growing up, I was a Sean fan. Older I get, I'm a Brett fan. But I guess if we're gonna stick to it,
Damn it.
I'm gonna say Sean.
What?
Oh my God,
Wow.
Ben Boham.
God dang it, Ben.
All right, Roger,
Yes, sir.
The Rock or Steve Austin?
Is that even a question? Stone Cold
is.
Steve Austin from Texas.
Hey, could be close with some people.
Hey, I would have went with The Rock. I would have went Rock.
That's deep.
All right, Brian, the Winged Eagle or the Big Gold?
Winged Eagle, baby.
Great question.
Okay. Calvin,
Yes, sir.
WWF or WCW?
Come on, Calvin.
I mean, growing up, it was all WCW.
Right.
There you go.
Damn.
Dr.
You would
Nick,
answer different. See, for different people, it's different things.
Dr. Nick, I'm gonna throw this one to you. The Rock or Stone Cold?
Rock.
See, Roger.
No.
Stone Cold all day.
Stone Cold.
All right, Will. DX
Yeah.
or NWO?
Absolutely NWO. No doubt about it.
No doubt.
And Rock too. Just for bonus.
Yeah, Roger.
Don't get bonus points here.
See, I think like those questions are like people like some people don't know like what other person likes.
Exactly.
I know, but that was exactly why we were talking about it when we were chatting back and forth. It's like it's such a good idea to give those. I think going forward every week we're gonna have some variation of that every week.
Because I mean that way, like because it can be, like Roger likes Stone Cold because he's from Texas, but I mean, I like Stone Cold too, but I also as a kid I like The Rock,
Me too.
because my dad's military friend could raise his eyebrow like The Rock and talk like him. So as a kid, I was like, oh shit, that's The Rock. I thought he was The Rock as a kid,
Right.
92 WCW or 92 WWF, says Thomas Burnett.
92 WWF was better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when
WWF
WWF got going, then
Now, if you picked a different year, WCW,
Yeah.
there's some good WCW years, but 92 WWF was on fire.
I'll take 94, 95 WCW.
Yeah, and especially 95. You had Hogan going, Macho going.
Yeah.
It was good.
Those are
All
all,
right,
good,
where we at?
all
No.
good answers.
All right. Round table number 2.
All right, round table number 2 is. Oh, I'll just throw a bonus one out for you that I forgot.
Okay.
There you go.
Attitude error or ruthless aggression error?
Attitude.
Attitude error.
Attitude.
Attitude error.
Nice.
I
Man.
like Ruthless, but it was just right at the perfect time. I was in my teens when the Attitude era hit, so
All right.
I was too, and I thought you were younger than me.
I mean, how could you not like the attitude error? I mean, it was all. I mean, as a kid, it was just amazing.
All right.
Well,
Well,
I thought it was amazing too.
it depends on what you define the Attitude era. I define it as like late '98.
Oh no, Attitude Era started in '97.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm in nice. Yeah.
Like I would say right about. I don't know. I would say once Brett turned heel in late '97, because that was like what?
early. That was early '97. That's March of '97.
I thought that was January.
Well, no, he turned heel in March '97, right after WrestleMania 13.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
So you weren't even a teen yet. You were like a preteen.
Yeah, pretty close.
You were just a boy.
Wow. You're just a boy, damn it.
We were
You're not taught like it.
Damn it,
You
Bobby.
just a boy.
He's just a boy.
You all were just boys, and me and Roger was getting drunk. So
You're not taught like it. You just a boy.
All right, man. Manuel, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Santa Claus's beard or Roger Elkin's beard?
Santa Claus's beard.
Me too, all the way.
Good.
My
Both
beard.
spelled
hot dog.
Hey, both
Right
spelled
here,
different,
damn it.
Brian.
Huh?
Even I would have picked Roger. I mean,
God.
whatever. All right, round table number 2. Let's
All
go.
right, round table number 2. We'll start with Kev.
Okay.
Your favorite King of the Ring winner,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh my God.
Calvin.
I'm about
Stone
to
Cold.
hit the exit button.
Hold on. Wait till show and tell, and you're definitely going to hit the exit button.
On me, Stone Cold Steve Austin off the promo alone.
Right.
Ben.
Stone Cold.
Now he means Mabel.
Will, what you got?
King Mabel. No, I'm just kidding. Bret Hart, man, 1993, wins it and then gets attacked by Jerry Lawler. Y'all are crazy talking about Stone Cold.
Dr.
I love
Nick?
Brett. You know that.
So it's gonna
Kev,
be a
don't even
little bit
talk to me,
different
man.
than most people. But I was such a big fan of this guy, and he had such a big year that year. Kurt Angle.
Okay.
I mean, dude was on fire that year.
I'm about to reschedule my appearance on this podcast.
Hey, I know a guy
He's
that
in.
knows a guy that's got that 2000 King of the Ring poster signed by Kurt Angle that I bought
Hell
from
yeah.
a guy.
Hell yeah, you do. And it's beautiful too, isn't it?
And
It
it's
is.
inscribed. And it's inscribed.
It is.
There you
Honest
go.
to God, Kurt Angle, Brad Howes said Bret Hart or Owen Hart.
Karma said Mabel.
All right.
Roger, what you got?
Stone Cold. You can't knock the promo. That promo was fire. And for
Hey,
at
my
that-
buddy-
At that time, that was fire.
My buddy Shane fucking Powers says Bret Hart.
King Phil?
I mean, y'all took my answer. I was gonna go with King Mabel, so I'm switching it up. I'm going Owen Hart.
There you go.
Brian, what you got?
I'm a show mine.
There you go.
That's what I did,
1994.
Okay.
There you go, Brian. First drinks on me next time I see you.
Hey, nobody picked Billy Gunn.
The one, Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn is a
fantastic
dope.
promo rock cut on him.
Yeah, he killed it out.
All right, so we're going to get into our main topic.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Your top 5 King of the Ring matches. Not necessarily a qualifying match, just King of the Ring matches off the pay-per-views.
And not necessarily a winner either of the
No,
King
not
of the Ring.
necessarily a winner, just 5
It could be-
matches you can watch.
shit.
You can just be like, damn, that's a good match.
I thought it was top 3. I only picked 3. My bad.
It's all right.
Well,
It's all
I
right.
got
No
two.
biggie.
We'll start with the wise man.
Hell yeah. All right. And here you go, Will. This will prove that I'm not biased because here's my list.
Don't-
Brett versus
don't-
Razor 93.
Don't try to talk to me.
Brett versus Razor 93. Brett versus Perfect 93. Brett versus Bam Bam 93.
Jesus.
So then we're going to take a break, and I'm going to put in there Hogan versus Yoko 93. So let's just pretty much say I enjoyed 93.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Kev liked 93.
Yeah. And then I'm going to jump up to 94 and go Brett versus Owen in the cage.
That was SummerSlam.
Oh, shit.
Same thing. Well, it's tomato.
That's
Damn
what I
it.
got down. So
Damn it, Kev.
Calvin,
So I got Bret Hart, Bam Bam 93, Triple H and Mankind 97, Stone Cold and Mark Mero 96, Gunther and Orton from 2024, and then the most recent qualifying match was Cody and Jay.
Boo. Boo,
What?
Cody. Boo.
and who?
Boo,
Jay.
Cody.
Okay.
Cody and Jey Uso.
Yeet.
so I don't have any CM Punks on my list. I'm sad, but I went another direction.
Wow.
Wow.
I went Taker Mankind. I mean 98 Taker Mankind.
Yep.
How could you not?
I didn't.
Angle versus Shane McMahon, King of the Ring 2000.
Hell yeah. Three times for the glass to break.
And I love that part.
And
Mark
the thud,
Mero-
the thud, right? The thud when his head hits the ground.
Mark Mero and Stone Cold 96. The 1-2-3 Kid and Owen Hart 94.
What?
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 Really?
You didn't
After
like
he got
that?
the holy hell beat out of him by Jeff Jarrett?
It was a good match.
Oh Lord. All right, go ahead.
It had the king of it had the best brother in the match.
Oh Lord.
And then Mankind versus Triple H 97.
The great one. That was a great one.
Ben?
Look at a lot of similarities. 93 Brett versus Bam Bam. Love the roll up. That was a good so that was 93, 94 Owen versus Razor. 96 we do Jake versus Stone Cold. And then so that's 3. 2000 or 97 we're going to do Triple H versus Mankind, and then 2000 Kurt Angle versus Chris Jericho.
Will?
Very good. All right, so Brett versus Perfect, probably the best actual match of any of the King of the Ring matches themselves, I would say.
Agree.
You know, I mean, even though Brett won it by beating Bam Bam, the physical match itself versus Perfect was wonderful. 94, Roddy Piper and Jerry Lawler, just because it was such a big clash that they literally put it on last, even past the title match, past the King of the Ring, everything. That was the main event, was Jerry Lawler and Roddy Piper. That's a big deal. There's so many good, actual King of the Ring matches. It's hard to choose. But I also liked the Hogan Yokozuna. If you guys, ever listen to me talk about Hogan's matches, my favorite Hogan match of all time is the one where he faced Yokozuna. And yes, he lost, but I love that match. That was in 93.
Right.
Then 94, of course, Brett versus Diesel, title versus title. The beginning of a great feud between those two. Really launched Diesel's career because prior to that, he had beaten Razor with Shawn's help, but he was still kind of that bodyguard. He wasn't really out on his own, but that really set him aside. And then, of course, 1998, First Blood match, Kane and Austin. What a match. And then 98, Shamrock and The Rock.
Dr. Nick?
Let me get my list over here. Edge versus Angle. Kurt versus Jericho in 2000. and Brett versus Bigelow. And as a behind-the-scenes story, Brett said that he had drank too much protein powder that day, and when he got Bigelow in the roll-up, he accidentally farted in his face.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And when he got back to the back, Bigelow goes, "Man, did you shit in there?" And I guess Brett was like, "Hey, sorry, man."
All me
True
to tell that same
story,
story.
man.
Yep.
True story.
All right, Roger.
Brett the shit man shirt.
Jesus.
Mine was Stone Cold versus Jake.
Brett the shit man shirt.
Brett versus Jerry the King. And then those are the only two I have right now.
Okay.
All right. Phil?
So I got
Leave it up to Dr. Nick to bring up Shark.
I know.
The shit joke of the week.
I know. Totally disrupted Roger's train of thought with all that.
He only got 2 out because of that.
Totally threw me off.
No, I got
All right.
Stone Cold and Jake the Snake set up one of the best promos of all time. I've got the Diesel and Bret Hart. Like Will was saying, it just set Diesel up for that run. It, kind of solidified him as one of the main stars instead of just bodyguard.
Absolutely.
I've got Mankind and Jerry Lawler. It's just I don't know. To me, it's one of my favorite matches. I've got Kurt Angle and Shane. What's that for? And then I've got Hogan and Yokozuna.
Oh yeah. And see that Kurt Angle Shane did not get enough credit. I've heard it mentioned a couple times tonight, but it doesn't get enough credit, man. If you go back and watch that, what a wonderful match, man.
Yeah.
That actually happened, and that match happened a few days ago. It was the anniversary of it.
Yep.
Brian?
All right. So in no particular order, but I also have Hogan versus Yokozuna.
Oh yeah.
I have Brett versus Mr. Perfect, and Bret Hart versus Bam Bam. I have the Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and Mankind, and then I have Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Jake the Snake Roberts.
All good ones. How come nobody have Ahmed Johnson versus Goldust? That's what
Jesus Christ.
for the Intercontinental title, baby.
I will call you all a follow-up.
I did like Ahmed back then.
Hey, seriously though, I'm surprised nobody picked Shawn versus Austin at 97. That was a really good match too.
So let me tell you a follow-up. Who's your least favorite King of the Ring winner?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Who you asking, Kev?
I'm ready.
Just
I'm
anybody.
ready.
Who you got, Ben?
Guys, as you know, back in the day, King of the Ring winners was always set up to be probably the next main guy or title contender or going to be world champion. And probably always right there, early 90s. And then it kind of just, fizzled out the later it got. And then the most recent one I can think of that should not have won the King of the Ring, but I guess it was popularity. They're trying to push him, but he was never going to be a world champion. Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to give it to him because they gave each New Day member.
Kofi and Big E, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they made the mistake with Wade Barrett.
I got some.
They were never going to give him the title.
So,
I think it's a shame how much Mabel gets shit on for his King of the Ring win because he was actually a really good heel contender.
And then he got pushed.
He just struggled with, basic in-ring functioning. But
Yeah.
I mean, he actually was a really good heel, like a believable. He would get out there. Well, yeah, but yes, that's exactly what went wrong. But I'm saying, as far as a heel, you believe he would hurt you.
Oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
so he was unbelievable. So he wasn't a bad King of the Ring. But I think for me, the worst King of the Ring was '97 when Helmsley won it because I think there was much better options.
My worst is Shamrock.
Yeah, same.
It was a bland, forgettable.
That was '98, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
should have been The Rock.
I never understood it when Shamrock won because
Should have been The Rock.
other than the Intercontinental title, I liked him. He was a good, character, but I never saw him as a world champion. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think they trusted him. I think he had too many temperament issues where he couldn't be truly controlled. And I think
Right.
that was a lot of it. Like if you look at his last fight, and this was probably 5 or 6 years ago now, but if you look at his last fight against Hoist Gracie, I mean he kicked him in the balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They couldn't control him. Now if you could have controlled him
Asshole.
as a performer, if you could have controlled him, the Ken Shamrock of '97 going into '98 was world champion material. Absolutely.
He was just too stuck in his
I just don't think
arts
And his
ways.
MMA ways, yeah.
I don't think they could control him. I think he was a more unstable Brock Lesnar, where Brock Lesnar, you've seen him lose it a couple times in matches where he's knocked the hell out of somebody. And I think it was the same theory with Shamrock, unfortunately.
The best
Unfortunately,
part,
it's unfortunate.
Well, that's
People
the same
forget about
thing as
Brock
Brock
winning, I
turning
think.
around and going backstage and throwing the belt at Vince McMahon and walking out.
Yep. Yeah, but I think you would have had more things like that. And also too, he was very outspoken and said some really off the wall shit. Like if you remember prior to him really becoming a bigger deal in WWF and prior to the whole Tyson thing, like he would just get out there and just randomly talk shit about Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like he would be like, he's not the world's most dangerous man or whatever I am. Put me in the ring with Tyson, I'll kill him. You know what I mean? Like just random shit. Like he was supposed to be calling the match that's in front of him on a commentary, and he's out there talking about Mike Tyson. Like I think it was shit like that cost him his career.
to me, the best part about Ken Shamrock when he ate the chair shot from The Rock in the face. That was his best moment.
Nobody did that better than Mankind, though.
No.
Nobody
That was so
did that
bad.
better
That was
than Mankind.
Mankind.
Think about
That was bad.
Or
That was off his life. Seriously.
Or a close second for me with Ken Shamrock. A close second for me is when, Val Venis told him, "I'm saving Ryan's privates."
Hell, him and Dan Severn beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
Well, you remember SummerSlam '97 with the Bulldog, and Bulldog was like covering him with the dog food and shit, and he lost his temper, and everybody had to come out there to get between them.
Yeah.
And then he started like throwing referees around and shit. Like it was shit like that. I think where they just couldn't trust them to be
fucking horrible.
safe with other people.
Well, I think that goes back to what Dr. Nick was saying about he was too tied into his MMA, not into actual what WWE wrestling is.
Well, I mean,
We
Stone
couldn't
Cold
just figure out the, huh?
Well, I mean, when he was the special referee for Stone Cold and Brett, I mean, Stone Cold told him, "Bro's most dangerous man, my ass."
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's the best thing he's ever done.
I think he came in with a lot of hype, which I get it. He came in with a lot of hype, but I mean, he just didn't.
But if he could have stuck to it, if he could have stuck to it instead of being too stuck on being an MMA fighter and not transforming into a WWE wrestler, superstar, however you want to go with it,
right?
He would have done a lot better. In same as what Will
was
saying.
He was tag team champion with Boss Man, and it's only because Boss Man carried the tag team.
We did.
Well,
Yeah,
I think what it comes down to is
Guaranteed money.
The tournament
Guaranteed money.
The tournament was always, based on who they were going to push next. So why did they pick certain winners when damn well they had no plans for them? They had no plans to put the belt on Billy Gunn. They had no plans to put on the belt on Triple H for quite a while.
Well, that goes back to
what was the point?
Cage
I
match
think they put it on Shamrock because of the heel run. He was getting ready. He either turned heel recently, or You know, so that's why they put it on him.
Yeah, but they'd have put it on Triple H sooner if it hadn't been for that cage issue.
Yeah,
With-
the curtain call.
Yeah, the curtain call.
Yeah,
Thank God for that, because they would have took Austin's place.
yeah.
Well, thank God they
Yeah.
didn't, because he wasn't ready either.
no,
No.
hell no.
No.
He was nowhere near ready. He was barely ready when he got it.
Yeah.
You know, very, very good questions though.
Garrett says, I think Shamrock and Steve Blackman could have been a good tag team if done right.
Yeah, but they were
Yeah,
feuding.
they
They
were-
feuded.
Right.
Yeah,
I
feuded.
like Steve
they
Blackman.
weren't friends. They could. I think that goes back to Shamrock not being controllable. You could have put them both, but they hated each other.
Yeah,
I don't think they could trust. I don't think they could trust him. I mean, again, you think about why did he go there in the first place? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Back then, UFC didn't have guaranteed money. They had winners'
yeah.
money. They
Yeah.
had winners' money.
Guaranteed money.
Where you go into WWF at that point, by the time he got there, they were finally doing guaranteed money.
Yeah.
UFC
it
wasn't that big yet. You had King of the Cage, you had Pride. You know, these companies weren't making that big money.
That's why Severn came to WWF.
Correct? Yep.
He was the kid back there when they had all those early pay-per-views. He was the king of those. You couldn't find a pay-per-view without him or Hoist Gracie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You're muted, Will.
Who's trying to talk?
How about now?
Yeah.
There you are.
So he only main evented or he only had a headline spot on like 3 out of the first 5, right? Like you faced Gracie 3 times, and then after that you had him and Severn later on, but that really wasn't the main event because the
Right.
main event wasn't it Tank Abbott and like Tarloff or somebody, I can't remember who it was.
Yes. You gotta
Well-
love Tank.
This will show you how little most people even knew what King of the Cage and stuff was. When I seen it in the video stores back then, it was in the wrestling section. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this? Is this some other wrestling company? And I'd look at the back of the box and I go, yeah, I don't like this, and I put it back.
Well, I watched. I can't remember what it was. It was like a podcast. It might have been Undertaker's podcast, and he was talking about Ken Shamrock, and he said that he remembers like Stone Cold himself, Kane, Bret Hart told Shamrock, "Hey man, this is different. Like this is ours. This is us. This is us. We don't want you here."
Yeah.
So real fast,
Because-
Thomas says, Hunter winning the crown helped him extend up the card. I don't agree with that because
I don't think it did
that
much.
I don't
No,
think it
I
helped.
don't think it did.
I think he was
No.
mediocre at the time, and I don't think it really helped him. I just
Yeah,
think
no, I agree.
Bly win.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me ask this random question real quick because we're doing really good on time. Just this random question, Manuel. I'm going to ask you first,
Okay.
and then anybody else afterwards. Who was the worst celebrity ever involved in a WWF match?
Oh man.
Oh shit.
I got one.
Could be WWE, WWF, whatever.
David Arquette.
Okay, all right. Dr. Nick, what do you got?
I would have to say the way they handled the Kiss thing with WCW, it could have been really cool, but they screwed it up once, Gene Simmons realized that like it wasn't going to be what they promised, and he basically like pulled his support and everything just kind of went to shit.
For
Ben,
me,
what do
I'd say it'd be
you got anything?
Johnny Knoxville.
Ben? Oh, Johnny Knoxville, Roger. Yeah,
Yeah, to
Yeah,
me
that was
that whole thing with Sammy, that was dumb.
that was a better match than a lot of them, though. But
I agree,
I-
but just everything that came with it, all the little
Yeah.
stunts that were in it, and the little gimmicks, all that.
the fun house bullshit.
Yeah, to me that was just stupid.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think, Ben?
Snooky.
Snooki was a bad one.
I got
Snooki
one.
was a bad one.
We
Go
got
ahead,
Kev.
Kev.
John Stewart.
That's a good one. So I'm gonna throw this one out there. I'm gonna throw a 2-parter out there. Number one, why the hell did you waste an entrant in the 2001 Royal Rumble with Drew Carey?
Yep.
Yep.
Because they were
Why?
pushing the damn thing that he was doing.
Whose line is it anyway?
You could
Yeah,
go back. You could go back to it too and say, why did you have Pat McAfee go into the one and just turn around and throw himself right back out? You could have
Yeah.
had somebody else in there that would have
Fuck
done better.
McAfee.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I will say, I'll say it. I'm so happy that he
Hey,
hasn't been on
calm
Raw
down.
for the past 2 weeks. I'm glad Corey Graves is there. I wish he would stay.
Corey Graves fucks
Gets on my
ass.
damn
Corey
nerves.
Graves
Corey
has
Graves
the personality
sucks.
of a turd.
He is.
He has a whole
hate-
hell of a lot better personality than Pat McAfee. He just sits up
No.
there.
No,
Fucking
Corey
scream.
Graves is like a.
Kev,
fucking-
I believe you because I can't stand the guy either. So I believe you.
Hey,
But just know,
He
just
has-
know, football season is coming. Pat McAfee
Good.
is gone.
I'd
And
rather
maybe
have
Corey
Wade.
will get a
Maybe.
chance.
Maybe.
He brings
Maybe.
more. He brings more spunk to it, more pop to it. Where Corey Graves is just a dud.
The
I
best
like-
thing
He's not
Corey
a
Graves.
good dud. He's a fucking heel. He does
best-
his job.
What's
The
wrong
best
with
thing Corey Graves
what's
got
that
is
guy's
Carmella.
name? Joe Santor.
He does his job. He's a heel. He don't get up there and act like a fucking idiot, screaming his head off and doing all that stupid bullshit. Pat McAfee shouldn't be nowhere. He should be sitting at home collecting an NFL retirement check from being a dud kicker and shouldn't even be in my fucking sport.
Hey, his show does pretty good.
Whoa.
Hey,
Damn.
hey,
And that's the bottom
Hey.
line.
the best thing Corey Graves did was date Carmella
Shit.
And then knock her up.
and
Hey,
knock
when
her
did
up.
we lose Brian?
He got
He's
one
in and out.
on.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
then
that-
Nebraska internet.
Corey
Yeah,
Graves.
Nebraska.
Corey Graves could eat her.
I love Corey
Yeah.
Graves. I don't know what the heat on Corey is from
I
you
like
guys.
Corey, but
Because he whined and cried and
What does he whine and cry about?
honestly, if
I
I could
lost
pick a
my
partner
job.
for Michael Cole,
How do you think he ended up back up there?
did anybody
I
like
lost my job.
Mauro Ranallo?
Yeah, I love
No.
I
Mauro.
loved him.
I
When
didn't.
he did I listened to him when he does the boxing. I love Mauro.
I love Mauro, but he wasn't
rather-
meant for wrestling.
I'd rather have Mark Madden than Corey Graves.
Oh, you're
don't say
fucking
that.
crazier than a fucking June bug. You're Mark Madden. Are you fucking serious? That guy
I'll
sit
take
there.
Mark Madden before I take fucking Corey
He
Graves.
would sit there on WCW and look like a fucking bulldog with a damn bone in his
Hell,
mouth,
you
not
probably
knowing
like
what the
Rob
fuck he's going to
Bartlett
say
when he
next.
was on Monday Night Raw.
I'll take him before I take Corey Graves.
Who? Who's that?
Mark Madden.
Hey, Will, you remember
Mark
Rob
Madden is-
Bartlett? How awful he was?
Yeah, I do.
Woo!
Yeah, I do.
Mark Madden couldn't get a word out. He just sit there. He wore Hawaiian shirts that barely even fit him. His stupid red hair, and he didn't know half what to say. So he just
But
sit
you
there.
know who I wished, God rest his soul. But my favorite was Don West.
But Don West was fantastic.
Don was good. I will give you
I
that.
loved him. He could sell
Yeah.
could sell ice to Eskimo.
Yeah.
So one thing's for sure, well, pretty sure at least, Big E is probably never going to wrestle again. But I absolutely
Yeah.
love him. Absolutely love him in the panels, and I think he would do a great job as a week-to-week commentator.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
very
I,
good
hands
at that.
down.
I really like him.
So Garrett asked
Yeah,
me,
hands
and
down.
I'm not a fan of Booker T as a commentator.
Shucky Ducky Quack Quack.
I can't stand
Oh
that.
yeah, man.
If you're gonna say Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, get the
Booker
fuck off
gets
TV.
too
Hey,
animated.
I
you know,
think
you know who I like as a
I would
commentator.
take
who I
him
like?
over Corey Graves.
Are you
Go ahead,
fucking
Manuel.
serious? Man, wait.
Go ahead, man.
So I would take this guy over. So you know who I really love just because of his catchphrase? The wrestling god, John Bradshaw Layfield.
John Bradshaw
great.
Layfield.
He was
Yeah.
great as a commentator because
Ben's favorite wrestler.
when he would hit somebody hit a finisher, he would just say ball game.
Punk was great as a commentator.
Well, Punk's great
Now,
at everything he does.
you're gonna
No,
say
he's
Paul-
fucking not. He's a better
Paul-
commentator than he is a wrestler.
He's great at everything he does. I mean,
No, I didn't say that. I
No.
said he's a great commentator. He sucks as a
No.
wrestler.
All right, we got to get back on track. It's show and tell time.
Kev, you got it now. You take over.
But listen, I love this. I love this breaking down. We have our opinions and we can sit there and we can talk about it, even though Mark Madden is a stupid cocksucker and I can't even understand why you brought that up.
Take over,
Oh,
Corey
Lord.
Graves.
He
Hey,
did that
Corey
just to
Graves,
piss
you
you
got it.
off.
This is
Okay, guys,
this
so
is 20,
let me
this
pull
is
up my
2025. This is 2025. I don't think you can say cocksucker live.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry. I apologize to everybody that I offended by
I
saying.
think you have to
cocksucker.
say poultry sucker.
I apologize. The next time I will call him a rooster lollipop.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm
if
a
I
pickle
offended
smoocher.
Pickle smoocher.
you. Okay. I'm
So,
going for
so on behalf of TRC, I would like to personally apologize to all the cocksuckers out there.
Yeah,
We
we
wish
wish
you
you the
all
best.
the
man.
best
We
in
wish you
your
the best
future
on your future endeavors.
Okay, so we're speaking of Brett, right? There we go.
Oh, very nice.
That is officially mine.
That is
Brett,
very nice.
Beautiful.
the man hearts.
Look at that motherfucker. Just
That
bask
looks
in the
so
glory.
good.
I mean, that boot could be a better container or commentator than Mark Madden.
Let's go, Mark Madden.
We got to keep moving on.
John Cena, 17 time world
One
champ.
of two. One of two, baby.
One of two.
I can't see him.
Oh shit!
I can't see it.
You see the belt floating by itself?
I do.
I do.
All right, one more.
You get nothing.
Look at
That's
that.
that's Sergeant Slaughter.
Right,
Very
yeah, I
good.
love that Stein Slaughter.
That's a beautiful
At
autograph.
ease.
It's a
At
beautiful
ease, you
autograph.
maggots.
That autograph is beautiful.
Yeah, I love that. I've only seen one other one more beautiful than that, and Will sold it a couple of weeks ago. But
Which one's that one?
it's the Action Force.
Doesn't Shane
Oh, okay,
have one
yeah.
of those? Do you have one of those,
Yeah.
Shane?
I think Shane does. but
I have
think he
one
owns it.
signed.
Shane's not with us tonight, Nick.
Oh, okay. My bad. I
He's
forget
in the
who we-
comments.
Yeah, hey, it seems in the
Well,
comments.
Shane's commenting, so
Damn it, Nick. Come on now.
Is that
Nick's
Nick? or
talking
Mark
to-
Madden?
Nick's talking to people that ain't even here.
All right, I'm done.
Calvin
All right,
I
Mania
guess
run
it's
a
my
while.
turn to catch some heat, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
I'm fixing to catch. Y'all are fixing to boot me. For real.
Get it ready, Kev. Get it ready, Kev.
I'm ready.
Boot his ass.
It
Not
can't be
yet.
worse than what Kev said.
Hold on. Oh, it could be.
It could be.
You gonna put?
Oh shit!
Put the
hold
camera.
on.
Put the camera on it. Come on,
Camera on
Kev.
it.
You
Come on,
got, you
Kev.
got,
You
one,
got
got
one
one job.
Come on, Mark Madden.
Oh, I got all tore all the hell and shit.
So I got this in.
It's beautiful.
Glare
Oh, that's
sucks,
nice.
Rip it.
Rip it.
but no,
Rip
we're not
it.
ripping it.
That's
Rip
a rare.
it.
We are ripping this.
Hell yeah.
I
There you
saved
go.
this for tonight.
Okay, good.
There you go.
Is that what we're going to boot you for?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
He told you, Kev.
That's coming up next.
Oh hell.
There we
Look at
go.
Beautiful.
Why I have this, I don't know. I wanted something, I don't know. But you know what we got to do with it, right?
Rip it.
Yeah.
What do you?
What?
What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh no.
Burn it! Burn it!
That's all I got.
Oh, that's blasphemy.
Well, we'd like to wish Calvin the best in all his future endeavors as well.
Hey, you put the
We'll
letter
put out a
S in
press
front of
release later
Hitman.
today
Bye,
Damn.
Kev.
for all those Canadian
Bye,
people we
Calvin.
just offended.
Yes, on behalf of TRC, we would like to apologize to all the Canadians and Bret Hart fans out there, as well as all the cocksuckers.
Oh, hold on. We can't
No, he's
apologize
gone.
to Canadians. Fuck those
He's
guys.
gone.
I really did kick him out.
Oops.
Me too.
Hold up. I'd like to say fuck all the Canadians except for Bret Hart.
Damn it! Now
Hey,
I'd like to
I
apologize to all
like-
Canadians.
I like Canada. They got poutine. That stuff's good, man.
Damn.
We'll go ahead and apologize to all the blacks and Jews too while we're at it.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Whoa!
Oh, we went there.
TRC,
Okay.
it's been nice knowing you.
All right,
Thank
so
y'all
this,
for attending.
so just an
I think I got a
FYI,
helicopter above my house.
this this video will be deleted immediately.
It
Following
will.
this.
All right.
Leave it to me.
Damn.
The one I put together is gonna get deleted. Motherfucker.
Right.
Oh, Golly.
Where's Mark Madden when you need him?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need him right now.
Manuel, we put you in charge for 1 week, man. What happened?
Thanks,
See?
Calvin.
Hey,
Hey, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean
Thanks,
to do
King
that.
P too. Shit.
All right.
Damn.
Who's next?
Manuel.
Oh. I don't have it. I got a Mark Madden figure I'm getting ready to show.
Oh,
You're gonna
Hey,
get booted.
he booted Calvin. Don't think he won't boot you.
Boot him.
I got a couple of figs. No, I'm not ripping them yet. I'm not ready to.
oh shit.
Rip it.
Rip it.
Hold
Is
on.
it Nyla?
There we go.
So I got
Rip
this. I got this from Will.
Oh, yeah. I love that one. I
There you
love
go.
that figure.
That's a good one. I got
That
that.
CM Punk one? Yeah.
Yep.
I had-
Pipe bomb,
I had-
baby.
I got two open ones
And then I got
and one on
I
card.
got this one as well.
Yep. That's a good one, too. RVD.
RVD? Yeah.
RVD.
And then this
The
bad
man
boy.
who's having twins.
This bad boys came in.
That's wild too, man.
One in
He's
each
old.
butt cheek.
Yeah, 50-something years
Oh,
old. That's
yeah.
wild.
That's a good one too.
Rip it.
I love that figure, too, man.
No.
That's
I'm not
Come
ready
on.
yet.
I had to get
That's
two
all right.
of them.
I'm gonna buy me another one of those. Just so I
not
can,
ready.
If you look over my shoulder, you got the greatest promo alive right now.
there you go.
I'm looking
gonna
at
buy
the
me-
Britt Baker wall.
That's
You
all I
may
got.
want to open that one Saturday night when you're crying after he loses.
Fuck John Cena.
Hey!
Oh, Lord. We would
Hey,
like to apologize on behalf of TRC to all the John Cena fans out there.
And all the people that love Invisible.
Oh, Lord. Is it my turn?
He
Is it
booted
finally?
him.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Hey, Calvin, if you want to throw that bread away, I can pay you shipping and handling to send it to me. Go ahead, Will.
Oh, Lord.
He booted
All right.
him.
So I had the opportunity to find these. So the original set of these that came out years and years and years ago. Can I get the camera, Kev?
Hey, I'm
Can I-
all for hell.
Can I get some camera?
There you go, sir.
I have
Sorry.
those too, Will. Those
So-
are beautiful.
I love these. So the original set came out like probably 10 years ago or more. But these are the new greatest hits ones. And they're already going up in value too. If you look them up, they're already, there wasn't a whole lot of these put out there. So I love these. But this package is not the best package. This one's pretty good.
It don't
but,
matter.
It don't matter.
It don't
It's
matter.
Thursday. And I want them open anyway because I want to be able to put some belts on them. So you know what we got to do.
Let's hear it.
Rip it.
There we go.
Rip it.
Hey, so which belt you gonna put on?
I don't know if I'm put red or blue or both. I don't know.
Both.
Oh, Thomas, calm
I do
down.
both.
Oh, I hope we didn't offend Thomas with any of our comments.
No, we didn't. It's just, he gets freaked out when he hears the cardboard.
Oh, good. Okay. This is the second one. There's
Those are
two.
beautiful figures.
It's a tag team. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Love it. And then Kev actually stole a little thunder from me. I had this sitting to the side. This is number 2 of 2, the only 2
Sorry.
that have been signed. Kev had 1. I have 1. There's 2 done. 2 signed. Got this one freshly certified today.
What is
Awesome.
2 of 2. John Cena, 17-time world champ.
it?
Love this photo too, man.
Probably hang it. You should probably put it in the trash like it's dirty.
Oh man. Lord.
I missed that comment, so.
He said you should probably put it in the trash.
Why the? I'll fucking boot him again. It don't matter to me. I can do this all night, baby.
Whose turn is it next? Who's next?
Hey, can I have the camera one more time? I
Uh-oh.
forgot to do this.
Hell no.
Well, you know,
Oh,
I
It ain't Bret Hart. It ain't Bret Hart. I
What, are you
promise.
gonna
No.
wipe your ass with it now?
No.
That's
So
your line.
wipe your ass with
I
that
sent
hat.
this. I bought this. Regret it now. Sent it
Why?
for JSA. It failed.
Oh, it failed. Yeah.
It failed. I bought it from the same seller. This is PSA certified. So It's after 9. I don't give a shit. Fuck that
Rip
seller.
it.
Damn.
Such a
Damn.
shame. That's a
There.
shame.
I hope he sees it too.
That's a shame.
Sorry about that. Shit.
Damn, that
I am
breaks this
too,
whole
man.
Surf's heart.
I hate it when that happens.
But they
But
did
I
not
will
make-
tell you, we still have 100% rate here, so
Right.
good deal
Yeah.
I
there.
mean, I like the pop I got from the same seller is PSA certified. So
Right.
I took that chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know, we talked a lot
We
about
talked-
certain vendors out there that have like this fine mixture of like good and bad stuff in their inventory, and it's
Yeah.
almost like they have one good and 10 bad. You know,
I'll
it's
tell
crazy.
you what, the one
Or
company
they
I
turn-
don't trust is Beckett.
Or they turn around and have signings and fake the shit.
Yeah, we saw that last week with a trading card, right?
No, it was my belt.
Yeah, but didn't we see that last week with a trading card too? We talked about it in the chat, remember?
I don't remember being a trading card. I remember we were talking about something, and then I showed my belt, and that was another one.
Yeah, but I think
It
that
may have been a
conversation
trading card.
started. That conversation started because somebody mailed in a trading card for a signing, and it got signed by somebody that wasn't whoever was supposed to sign it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I think you see a lot of that, unfortunately, in a lot of these groups where people get comfortable. They show you the one good example, and then they have 10 examples to ship out ready to go. You know,
Yeah.
anytime you see, you know, certain things like that, you just got to question it. But it's a
Yeah.
shame. It really is a shame. So,
Who we at?
go
Phil?
ahead.
Phil.
Damn, did he just cut me off?
So I got in the spirit of the season.
Awesome.
So cold.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Good old Doc Hendricks.
Yeah.
Phil, you know what would look good on
That's
that?
Michael PSA's, goddammit.
What's that?
Some TRC blue, baby.
Wood.
Right in here.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it though.
Maybe I can run it for you. Past inspection.
One and
All right,
done.
Will. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's like the third time you cut me off tonight.
I'm sorry, sir.
We're gonna talk about this.
You got the floor.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, Roger.
All right, so I got a package in the mail from Will. Got a
Woo!
Switchblade Jay White.
Look at that thing, man. And think
beautiful.
about what that thing sold cheap too.
Yeah,
That's an expensive auto.
I got that for a good price from the group from the live sale.
Was it a deal or no
man.
deal?
Roger, you son of a bitch.
It was a deal. It was a deal or no deal.
I
Yeah,
just now
Roger.
noticed the thing on your title.
And then
Shit.
Ash by Elegance.
That's thing about
That's it. In Indy next year, I'm shitting in your room before you get there.
Well, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm like, damn, Nick turned heel.
Dr.
You
Nick Hill thing.
fucker. You got me.
That's all I got.
All
I got
right.
two, and that's it.
Beautiful.
I don't have anything.
Okay, we'll skip you.
What about
Okay.
Marin?
Is it my turn?
Manuel.
Yeah. No, I already went. Dr. Nick.
All right, well, that's it then. Everybody's went. Brian's gone.
Brian's
screen.
gone.
Mark
Dr.
Madden's
Nick.
gone.
Where'd Calvin go?
Oh, he lost power.
Dr.
Huh?
Nick.
You know, it's
Went
funny. He
Huh?
threw that Bret Hart figure and he lost power. That's what
Right.
happens.
Damn right.
Did we
He's
have
got
Nick?
that Canadian curse.
No,
on it.
Dr.
Hey,
Dr.
hey, hey.
What?
What?
Marin wanted me to show something because she started crying.
Show something then,
here.
damn it. We always get something of Marin's.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me
yeah.
find you.
There's our Foxy. So
He got a
now we're
fox
good.
too. Now
Okay.
we're good.
Yep.
Now we
Nick,
can
is he gone
continue
yet?
with our
Yeah,
show.
fine.
Dr. Nick ain't went yet.
Okay. I mean, he's just
Dr.
talked
Nick
so
went.
damn much. I didn't know if he went or not.
I thought he went to go take a shit.
He did.
All right, so I'm all in on the Coliseum collections. I'm all caught up. All I need is the Jake and the Rick Rude, which I'll probably get. But I got this.
Oh, Bam
Good
Bam.
old Scott Bam Bam Bigelow,
Scott Bam Bam Bigelow.
I now
And-
have them all. They're great.
Cobb County,
Oh.
Georgia,
Big boss man.
and I could not pass this up. Greatest Grudges '92, Papa
Great
Shango and Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
Rip
Yeah.
it.
I'll open them
Rip
up
it.
tomorrow and show pictures in the
Calvin
chat.
said,
Yeah.
"Rip it."
And I got one other thing. Let's see if I could find it. So the other day, somebody had asked, what other figures and stuff people collect or whatever. I collect a lot of the NECA horror figures.
I have several.
Nice.
I love them. They're so detailed.
Yep.
My goal is to get all the major horror icons like Freddy and Leatherface, stuff like that.
Now, did you
But-
say that like
You say horror or
Ben
horror?
did? Did you say horror or horror?
Horror.
It's hard not to. I'm
Horror.
from the Midwest, damn it.
Oh,
I picked up the Megan one, and you're probably not into that, but So,
I
but
did
it's
see
not
it.
the-
It looked pretty cool. But
I
that's
picked that up.
my show and tell for this week.
That's
All right.
it.
Appreciate it, guys. Hell of a show.
Yep, great
Yeah.
show. Glad to hang out with you guys.
Mark Madden and everything. What you got, Will?
The whole point is just the bonding time. That's what it's
Right.
all about. It's spending the time together and, really getting to talk and cut up and have that hour a week or whatever it may be to yourself. So that's what's really important. And I hope everybody keeps that in mind. Joking aside, 99% of the things we said tonight were absolutely purely jokes. So please don't be offended when you're listening on your way to work in the morning. And other than that, we'll see you guys on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Ben and I should be live on Tuesday, and then we'll be back next Thursday right here for more TRC Uncensored. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a
See you
good night,
now.
guys.